Hello, hello, I'm Kads, and welcome to today's bonus video. Just in case you're only watching this video and you did not see the introduction to my fusion plan for Thor Feyhammer, yes, I am a little bit under the weather, but thankfully it's just a common cold. So bear with me as I sound a bit nasally as we get through another episode of a Shardless champion chase. So, of course, this is in pursuit of Thor Feyhammer, the ongoing hybrid-style fusion, and if we take a look at the champion chase, it is probably the lowest I've ever seen in my 4+ years of playing Raid. I think historically there have been lower when they used to do champion chases where there were 2 sets of milestones, like a 5 and a 10 for fragments, for example, or maybe a rare and an epic, for example. So that used to be like 1100 would be the first one, or the first rare, or the first 5 fragments, and then the higher one would be basically where we usually see it, around 2500, 3000, give or take. But in this case, you have all the fragments that you need at a lovely 1550 points, which is very, very achievable. So in this case, we're breaking with the rule. We're not chasing the legendary tome just because I don't want to have to pull any shards in order to complete this. There is also it's 2x sacreds, of course, and there's also a 10x on Freya, but my plan is to get her from the guaranteed deck of fate, assuming, hopefully, that it is shard based, and so we don't need to waste any shards pulling during a 2x sacreds, because there's always going to be another 2x sacreds in some point in the future, and my plan is to get the guaranteed Freya instead of the chance to get Freya. So what makes this one shardless? Well, one, the milestone being super low makes this ridiculously easy, but if we hop over to the portal, we can skip all the usual stuff, hop over to the fusion tab, and then we can take a look at the relic keeper that I have ready to go. So we have all 4 of these rares rared and ready to go. You can see for some reason we're missing a ton of Templars. I don't know why I can't pull this rare guy, but I'd have so many more relic keepers to fuse if I was able to get him, but I digress. So we have 1 relic keeper to go. Fuse them up. Sweet, 250 points in the bag. And then we can move on to part 2, which is the Lady Mikage Legendary. So we have Kira the Watcher ready to go. Now, in this case, I could also fuse Lady Mikage to get, like, I think 1,000 points for Mythical, but honestly, we don't really need to because we have some Remnant summons, so that will be part 3. So we're going to save Lady Mikage. Of course, this is a duplicate. I do have one that I pulled from a Remnant summon at my last session, I believe, and so we don't actually need this copy of her because she would be a duplicate, but nonetheless we're going to bank the second Kira the Watcher because I do happen to have her on my account already. Okay, we're back. I'm not sure what happened there. We got stuck on that black screen for a little bit of time, but as you can see here, we did actually fuse the new copy of Kira the Watcher. The left copy is the one that I had already previously pulled, and I did level up for the purpose of fusing Mikage, but I wanted to keep a copy of the original just in case I happen to need her in some future content in the future. Don't want to get rid of a legendary if I happen to have her. So in the champion chase, that means that so far we have 500 for legendary, 250 for an epic, meaning that we should be around 750, which is confirmed. And then we can go over to the remnant summons. Now, these have a bare minimum of 250 points each, so the minimum we'd have to pull is 3. Obviously, if we happen to get super lucky, again, I doubt it, but you never know, then we can only, happen to pull 1. But in this case, I'm expecting the average. Let's get some normal epics, nothing crazy here. So a maximum of 3 remnant summons. Here we go. Summon number 1 of 3 is going to be an epic, as we expect. Okay, Drake, don't call me Dracomorph. Never that exciting to pull a Drake, but he might be useful for like faction guardians and whatnot. Nazana, another epic. Decent in a stun set, decrease attack. Maybe useful in the Cursed City. I haven't particularly needed her in that particular area, but nonetheless, that's probably where she can be used. And then the third epic, which is Luthea. All right, so pretty standard stuff there. Nothing crazy this time. We've got more than enough mythicals on my account, so definitely don't need those. But yeah, 3 epics as we expected. The worst case, but obviously the most acceptable case. So it may or may not be updated, but effectively we're going to be at 1,500 points in the champion chase, and then there is champion training going on right now. So all I would have to do is pull 40 mystery shards, which will most certainly happen during the course of champion training. So you can consider this to be done. So yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this summon session for the champion chase for Thor Feyhammer. We're going to keep this one short and sweet. And if you haven't already, then feel free to check out my previous video talking about the fusion plan for getting Thor Feyhammer, which has a breakdown of a lot of the events and tournaments as well as their milestones. And of course, let me know in the comment section down below if you were able to also go shardless in this particular iteration of a champion chase. As always, if you did find this video helpful, then be sure to hit that like button down below and feel free to subscribe to the channel for more content just like this one in the future. Thanks for watching and have a good one.